That was my first question. How did you get the name Rilla?
Well, back in the day, I used to chill with this man named OG Killer in Southside. He was the man that started Tech 47. He used to send me to do petty crimes, you know, rob a corner store, sell some drugs on the block. It was an okay life, and it helped me supply food for my family.
So you got into the gang business to support your family?
Yeah, my pops left my mother and me and my brother, Reggie, back when I was like 2. And it was a tough life after that, as you know. But OG Killer was a really good man. He went to high school, my brother, and they got into the gang life together. And Killer he didn't really need the money like that, so he would give Reggie some of the cut because he knew we needed it more.
Doing it big, yo.
Where should we go? Just like here? What's up?
We got Aston Mortons out here, yo. Yo, should we just go to like some videos?
Yeah, well, Reggie died like a few months after that happened. So like, OG Killer started providing for our family because we didn't even have Reggie, and it was tough because after a while, OG Killer couldn't even help us anymore because he got kicked out of his crib from his mom's. So it was even tougher then because I was too young to get a job, and my mom's was in this relationship with this guy, and he was beating her. And she had 2 more kids, but this guy was hurting her so much that she was going through emotional issues, and she started taking drugs, drinking a lot, so she couldn't even work anymore. So like, it was like we couldn't eat sometimes at night, and after a while.
So you had it really rough.
Yeah, I did. After a while, like I found OG Killer on the block one day by the projects, and I told him about what was going on. I told him about how this man was smacking my moms and how tough it was in the house. But then he gave me a gun, and he told me, next time this guy hits your moms in front of you, I want you to take this gun, take it out your pocket, point it right at his face, and pull this trigger. And well, I didn't think that it would ever get to a point where I'd actually have to use it, you know. But sure enough, the next week after that, this man smacks my mom's right in front of me because he didn't like the chicken she cooked. He didn't think it was cooked through or something like that, so we started smacking her. And well, Reggie always told me that whenever OG Killer tells you to do something, just do it. Don't think about it, just do it. So that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, Acuras, getting all these kind of whips out here, getting our music video. We just pick a car and we use it in the video. We rich.
Alright, hop on it.
You doing it right here?
Yeah, it's only a minute long.
You mad short.
You can move the seat back.
That's what I said.
You shot him? It must have been hard to have the death on your hands at such a young age.
Well, it was easy. Like I said, Reggie always told me to do what OG Killer said, so that's what I did. I didn't expect it to be that easy, though. And I definitely didn't expect my moms to kick me out of the crib. But she just started yelling at me, saying, you're going to end up just like Reggie, dead or in jail. And I didn't even know what I did. I wasn't even trying to hear all that. So I went and found OG Killer. He told me to start chilling with him on the block. And then he gave me the name Young Rilla because he said I had the craziest temper out of any of the little mans on the block. He said I was like a gorilla.
How did life progress after you started working with Killa?
Well, soon after that, about a month after that, actually, Killa died, actually. Like, it was a territorial thing. Like, some people from this nearby gang, they found out that Tech 47 was on the block, and they weren't okay with that because they felt like they owned that block, but we wasn't even trying to beef with them like that, but they thought as the leaders of that neighborhood, they had to show how strong they were, so they clapped OG Killa on some nonsense. But after I found out, there was no way I was gonna let that slide. I found it by myself, and I shot them. I took care of both of them by myself. And
Did you ever get caught for that crime?
nah, like,
But eventually you were put in prison, weren't you?
yeah, I was, but honestly, it was on, I ended up in jail for something that was weird. It's like, one day I was riding down the block, and the cops stopped me. Like, they came up with the sirens and everything. They said I was speeding, whatever, giving my license and registration and everything. And then for some reason, about a couple of hours ago, some lady had made a call into the precinct saying that somebody with the same license plate as me had robbed her and her husband and beat them up. So, I ended up serving my prison time. I ended up in jail and everything. And the funny thing is, I didn't even commit that crime. I knew who did it. It was one of my mens, but I'm not no snitch, so I just took the time, whatever.
That civilian life here, you heard right, B. And if you trying to be down, you get at it. For real, do what I want. Got my squad in there. He the type of guy that'll knock you out and take your senorita selling rocks for lunch money.
So you took the fall for someone. Was he close to you, or you just took the fall?
He was one of my goons. Like, there were some people there who had some kind of stories that made me cry sometimes. Like, I didn't even feel like telling my own stories because the stories were intense. And I met this guy named Lawrence who told me about a lot of philosophies and everything. He told me about this guy named Plato who said that we are the guardians. Like, there's some people out there that are guardians and have the real knowledge of ethics. And you know what? I feel like now, when I think back on everything I've done and what's going through my mind, I feel like, hey, I might as well be one of those guardians, right? So, and I heard about this guy named Machiavelli, Niccolo Machiavelli. He said, the ends justify the means. That was one of his most famous quotes. And the thing about that, that means that I can do whatever I want as long as the reason is good. Like, as long as I have a good, solid reason, I can do whatever I need to do.
So, at this point, you feel like what you're doing is right?
Well,